This is going to be a very, very intense episode. So, if there are children in the vicinity, you may want to watch or listen to this episode when they're not in the room, where their eyes and ears cannot watch and listen. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to HB RV Lifestyle, the podcast. I'm the host, John Levingston, aka the Honey Badger, here to give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business, as well as some other things. Folks, let me tell you what I'm going to talk about in this episode not only affects the RV world, industry, the community, dealers, manufacturers, consumers. It doesn't just impact the outdoor camping industry. It affects our everyday life. And there are three main things I'm going to talk about, and they all intertwine. Now, a lot of people like to skip around and yell and scream at me, just get to the point. There's no way to just get to the point in this episode. No way. There's a lot of context. There's a lot of things that have to be addressed and explained so that way everybody has the same education. So I apologize to those that don't want to wait 30 minutes to get kind of an idea of what's going on. But this is going to get really, really weird. First of all, I am a big fan of AI. And I've talked a little bit about this in other episodes and other videos. I'm not the guy that thinks it's going to be this super beautiful thing or thinks it's the end of mankind. I'm not either one of those guys. I believe AI, if used properly, is beneficial to every human being. Now, does that mean everybody uses it or everybody wants to use it? Everybody has their own little thing about it. There are a lot of people that I've spoken with in the RV community that hate AI. And there's people in the RV community that have embraced AI. And then there's people that are in the middle like, yeah, who cares? It doesn't affect me right now. Totally get everybody's point of view. But what I'm going to discuss first might piss you off about AI. Pissed me off. And what pisses me off is AI has allowed people to be cowards. And this is what I mean. I'm going to give you guys two examples of what I'm talking about. So in December, January, and basically after Thanksgiving through mid-January is my busy season for YouTube. I pump out a ton of videos. I pump out, there's one time where I got asked by somebody in an email, did you wear the same thing every day in December? And no, I just filmed 15 videos in a one-day period, and then I edited them all and scheduled them. Because there's a lot of stuff to cover for 2025, 2026 now. Every new year, I try to update videos. Now, when you put them on TikTok, you have to stay on the app for it to upload. So yesterday, as I'm uploading a video, I see a Brinkley fifth wheel video, and the title in the bottom left corner says, roof collapse on 2-day-old Brinkley. Like, what the hell? That doesn't sound right. It didn't. So I play the video. And literally the video is a Brinkley driving down the road with a collapsed roof. And then it cuts to another video where it shows snow on top of a Brinkley roof and collapsing. Now, I've been in the RV industry a long time. I've seen roofs collapse on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, especially when there's a structural problem. It does not collapse like that. 975,000 views. It was online for 2 days. Now, I'm surprised Brinkley didn't catch it because they have a team of media people that hound people for videos. Oh, you can't post that. Let's get that removed. I mean, that's kind of their shtick. It's been their shtick forever. It's not just with Brinkley, it was with Grand Design prior. Okay, it's kind of their thing. I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, so I go through my email. All 97 people that have reached out to me with their leak problem in their Brinkley, not one of them mentioned a bad roof. Not one. Not one. So I go to Liz Amazing's channel. Well, if it's there, it's got to be over here. Nope, not over there either. I scoured Reddit, Quora, couldn't find it. Yet there was 57,000 comments. Every one of them says, that's why you don't buy a newer RV, because this is what happens. It was AI generated. Now, more than likely, hopefully that channel was removed because I flagged it, wrote to TikTok. They had 7 other videos. One was with a Tiffin product where the front end of the Tiffin gas coach, the Allegro, collapsed in the front. It's just amazing to watch how stupid people can be and believing something that really is impossible to happen. It would take a lot. Well, the way a roof collapses on a Keystone Alpine, a Brinkley, a Montana, a Riverstone, the way it would collapse would not be like you would think. It would indent. It wouldn't go whoop and fall completely into the coach. Let's say Brinkley did have a structural roof problem with that coach. It would not go all the way in like that. You would notice something weird on the inside. You would look up, and this goes in any fifth wheel. You would look up and it would look like there's like a bubble from the top of the floor because there's more pressure coming down. And then when you walk on the roof, it would look like there's a void. I've seen it. Now, obviously, if you go to my Weekend Warrior, my 06 Weekend Warrior, because it's 20 years old next year, if it possibly would collapse like that if there was wood rot. But not in a 2025 or 2024 Brinkley. And everybody knows I'm not the biggest fan of Brinkley, but I also don't like bullshit. And there were other videos that started popping up on my feed. There's videos on YouTube that are completely AI generated, selling you on the fact that the RV market is going to crash. That the RV market, that every dealership across America is so overflowing with inventory, they're giving things away for 10 cents on the dollar. That's so bad that several big manufacturers, including Winnebago, are going out of business. I'm not making this shit up. And they're using influencers like Josh the RV Nerd, Matt's RV Reviews, Miles RV, myself, RV Miles, Jason RV Miles, JD Big Truck Big RV. They're using old videos that all of us have posted over the years and our likeness and manipulating it through AI to make it seem like we're the ones saying this shit. Now, hopefully YouTube has removed that channel. If it hasn't removed the channel yet, I'll link it in the description box below so you guys can check it out for yourselves if you want. Hopefully they removed it. And what's crazy and what's even worse is now they're also using this system to scam people out of thousands of dollars and using Josh the RV Nerd's likeness, mine, Matt's, Miles, M-I-L-E-S, and several other YouTubers in the space to scam people out of thousands of dollars as a deposit on an RV that looks to be priced exactly how those YouTube videos claim the RV industry is going. So I'm going to give you the best example of that, because that probably sounds confusing. Let me give you an example. One of the owners of the company I work for got a phone call and goes, "Hey, when am I going to have that fifth wheel delivered? I bought the Riverstone from the Honey Badger." And you go, "So I get a call. You sold somebody a Riverstone?" "Dude, I don't even have a Riverstone." And he goes, "Well, he sent me a link to a video that you posted." And then you look closer, he goes, "Wait a minute, that's not your channel. That's your voice. That's not your channel." So he looks and there's a phone number. And in the video, it shows a Riverstone MSRP 225 750 or something. Full body paint 442 MC for $79,900. By the way, that's probably about $45,000 back of invoice. So the guy gave him $10,000 over the phone. Calling a Los Angeles area code. Because people know I live in California, and the 323 is a California area code, everybody assumed everything was up and up. When the guy called the 323 number, "Can I speak to the Badger? Can I speak to John? He's out filming videos," is what the person said, "but I can have him message. May I help you?" "Well, I was interested in purchasing this Riverstone." "Well, sir, we're doing free delivery for you." Sent the guy an actual thing that had the company name, the company logo, and everything else, and a structured deal with an interest rate and everything, and the guy gave him a deposit over the phone. Now, the phone number came off the TikTok and Instagram channel. So I started looking deeper into it. They have one for Bishes. They have one for General RV. They have one for Blue Compass. They have one for almost every single, what I call the mid-major corporates, including Funtown RV. Common denominator is there's a face like mine. Well, I'm the ugliest of all of us, but you have a Josh the RV nerd. So what they did was they took Josh's name and his old family's logo from before they bought Bish's, and they have Bish's RV as the name with a Utah phone number. For MILES in Texas, they have a Houston phone number. They are using our likeness, and I assume 11 Labs with AI, the app 11 Labs, and using our likeness to steal money from people. It's fucking bullshit. Such fucking bullshit pisses me off. So cowards are using a guy like Josh, who built his channel over what now, 12, 13 years, built a pretty positive reputation amongst the RV community, and going to try to trash his name and trash his company's name to try to make a quick buck. Go fuck yourself and your cowardice. Seriously. Now, I could blame the cowards completely, but I also blame a lot of other people. I blame all the fake information that's played out there by influencers that are trying to make a quick buck, lying about the RV industry, lying about a collapse in RV pricing. If you guys didn't bitch and complain that everything's going to collapse and everything's going to crash and spread misinformation throughout the internet because you have no clue or no understanding of what things really happen and how things really fucking work, then these guys wouldn't have a leg to stand on to try to do that. I blame the Liz Amazings, not just her, but everybody in her space. I blame them because all they focus on is the negative, 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 and make it out to be as if the RV industry is really crooked. Millions of people, millions of Americans, hundreds of thousands of Canadians are employed through this community and this industry, and people like her trash it. Now, I don't have a problem with her personally, okay? But this is another reason why I keep saying that negative shit sells. And she'll never come on the podcast. I'll tell you that much, because she knows just like the manufacturer GMs will never come on this podcast. The reason why they won't, because they know I just stick my foot up their ass. I talk about all the positive things, but the minute they start to bullshit me, I'm going to shove my foot up their butt. Call it a day. The other places I blame is the manufacturers. Nate Goldenberg, hot air. Everything comes. If I'm the blowhard, he's the hot air balloon. For everyone else, you guys are all John Cena. When something really bad happens, the one out of 50,000 that goes completely to shit, and it goes on Liz Amazing's channel, you guys, instead of trying to actually accomplish something that makes the community and the industry look better, you start going John Cena like, you can't see me. You can't see me. I blame the corporations behind Josh the RV Nerd, behind Miles RV, and everybody like them, because you guys control the narratives because you're afraid of losing a product that you're making a lot of profit on. You put an influencer who built a really good community, who actually I was a big fan of. If you guys don't know, I was a big fan of Josh the RV Nerd before Bish's RV bought his family's dealership. Josh, if there was no Josh the RV Nerd at Haylett RV, there would be no Honey Badger. That's how much I appreciated and respected that man. Period. But the Grand Design frame failure thing is a complete example of this. Winnebago telling on, oh, there's nothing wrong. It's a negative, hot air, hot air, hot air, hot air. Okay, everybody, let's get Josh to tell the world that the Honey Badger's full of shit. That's less than 0.5% of frames that fail. Let's get him to say it publicly on a video. Now there's a class action lawsuit. That's still pending, that we don't know the outcome of. Now Brad Smith, who's doing an excellent job over at Grand Design as a told in 2025, I have gotten reports from a lot of independent shops that they're doing a great job getting the frames fixed. But let me tell you, when that original thing came out, you can't see me. You can't see me. If Winnebago and Grand Design, Don Clark and all those guys got ahead of that whole scenario, it wouldn't have became a thing. Period. In report. And there's tons of other examples. That's just the most recent example. When people reach out to me because their Brinkley's leaking, it's not, let's contact him and see if he'll actually get the people to tell us where they have their unit at least. He's not going to tell us who they are, but maybe they can tell us what dealership they're at. They're not interested in the 97 people who have reached out to me. They're interested in telling everybody, he's full of shit, man. You can't see me. You can't see me. So I blame everybody. And I even blame myself a little bit. And I blame myself because I burn everybody that comes around me because I don't like bullshit. I don't like it when somebody tells me that has no reason to lie to me, tells me news of what's happening. It's in the middle of happening, but everybody wants to deny it. But then when it actually goes through, oh, well, I guess he was right. Let's jump on the bandwagon and create a video on the shit he did. This is going to get worse and worse. It's going to get worse and worse because it's going to bleed into our everyday life. Because everybody is under the belief that everything's going to shit. Because if you tell everybody everything's going to shit, everything's going to hell in a handbasket, you make a bunch of money. I'm not kidding. I started a brand new channel a month ago. And the channel talks about them things, me venting about things that have to do with my personal life. It's more to help guys in their 40s that feel like they're stuck in a rut. So I did 5 really positive videos of how to change things, and I did 3 videos that were more of a venting video, that were terrible videos. They're terrible quality. Well, those 3 combined got 30,000 views, and the other 5 got combined 16. We are sold on negativity. So the other people I blame is you, the viewer. You're the one that allows yourselves to be convinced that everything's going to shit, instead of getting the middle ground. Instead of getting, okay, you know what? Grand Design may have a frame problem, but at the end of the day, they're fixing it. Was that true 3 years ago? Of course not. Is that true today? Yes. Is everybody happy about it because has everybody been gotten to? No. Are they still supposedly fighting with people? That's why there's a class action lawsuit. You know, the company I give the most shit to right now, Brinkley. Do I give them shit because they're bad quality? No, I give them shit because I don't like BS. I don't like somebody trying to make it out to be like an RV's perfect and it's the most perfect thing in the God's green earth. And then they get their little trolls to come after guys like me because we can't have any negative. We can't have anything negative. You can't see me. You can't see me. Hell, I put them on my top 5 best fifth wheel toy haulers of 2026 because you got to give credit where credit's due. They do a good job on their toy hauler. I was very impressed because not because it's Brinkley, but because it's Indiana. And Indiana is fucking retarded sometimes, excuse my language, when it comes to toy hauler industry and how the toy hauler industry needs to be. And you go look at Brinkley's lineup and you're like, what the hell? Did somebody wake up on the West Coast, travel to Indiana and knock on their door and go, hey, you guys are idiots. Let me show you how to really do it. They do a good job. It's not a bad product. You want to overpay and buy a brand name? Everybody does it all the time. Everybody overpays for a freaking Lexus when it's really a Toyota. Everybody overpays for a Coach purse or a Louis Vuitton purse rather than spending money at a Coach outlet. It happens daily. People sometimes just want a brand name. Fine. Go for it. It's your money. Spend it the way you want to spend it. And the third thing is interest rates are not going down the way you folks think. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to hear that. But just because the Fed lowered the rate doesn't mean rates are going to go down across the fucking board. That's not the way it works. Get an education on how interest rates are managed and looked at. Mortgages are probably going to be the first interest rate to get affected, but not by a wide margin. And you know what's going to happen when interest rates go down on mortgages? Housing prices are going to skyrocket. What do you think is going to happen if interest rates hit 2 or 3% on RVs? Like some of the pundits think it's going to do. What do you think is going to happen to the prices on them? They're going to go up. They're going to have mass inflation. Our sweet spot in the industry has always been around 5.99. That's been our sweet spot. It's a sweet spot where consumer pricing has kind of leveled. Dealers are making the right amount of profit to keep themselves open and make a little money. And the manufacturers are making enough net profit to make improvements on manufacturing. If you guys want to believe all the losers on the internet that are looking for attention and trying to get money for attention, and the cowards that sit behind faceless YouTube channels, bitching and complaining about things, and to have the coward in them not to show their face, that's on you. But at the same time, we got to watch out for each other. When we see scams, we need to be more alert. It can't just be a couple of us. It's got to be everybody. Because it's only going to get worse if you guys continue to believe the outrageous garbage that's put on a lot of this crap. And it needs to stop. The whole, oh my God, it's so innovative. Have you seen the innovation? I mean, there's like 7 manufacturers that have been doing the same thing for like 10 years, but we finally caught up and we're going to call it innovation. Oh my God, they finally did a couples coach right. I mean, they've built the same floor plan for the last 6 fucking years, but I've never seen it before. Even though our company has sold them for 6 fucking years. That needs to stop too. God damn. That's craziness.